All right, let's start the podcast. You cannot clap while I'm talking, otherwise it's gonna.
Okay, so you were saying? Oh yeah. Look at you. Okay.
So I think this is gonna be a great determiner of how the rest of this podcast is gonna go. You want to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? I'm Alex.
That's it, just Alex?
Yeah, just Alex.
I thought you wanted to go by Emmanuel.
Yeah, we'll put that in the credits, but everyone just calls me Alex.
We're not gonna do credits for the podcast.
Okay, on the description.
I'm Ryan.
And this is the Halfway Famous Productions podcast.
Halfway famous is the key word. Halfway, really.
Uh-huh.
This will be the first episode where we watch Amazon Instant and react. Well, we've already watched Amazon Instant. Now we're going to not only react, but sort of break down how we started.
Yeah.
Kind of the filming process.
Yeah.
What sort of happened all around that. I think also I wanted to talk about what we like or didn't like about the episode and what we would have done differently if we had filmed it today. So, let's start the podcast.
Okay, so we already watched the video, guys, for like the third time.
Well, okay, we didn't watch it we watched it for the third time, but
yes, we did.
We've shot this for the third time. Would you like to voice your critiques or criticisms of this?
Yeah, we've tried to get this podcast going 3 times now with the same exact video topic in mind, and it hasn't been to Ryan's liking. It's really just a difference in opinions of aesthetics and style choices, not necessarily quality. But here we are. So I'll
splice in some of the footage from the previous takes to see, so you can comment on what you prefer.
Sure.
And this is also an evolving process where we're gonna get different maybe backdrops. We'll practice with different cameras, test different cameras out, different angles.
Well, we'll see about the backdrops.
For now, but yeah, we're gonna testing out. We're building out our studio for our podcast right now.
Yeah,
is what we're doing. Okay. Amazon Instant.
Okay.
Watched it. Let's start with
the main star, Jack.
That's not what I wanted to start with, but okay, we can start with Jack.
Yeah, Jack. So the video kind of started out from Jack's idea of joking about.
You're still not looking at me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is what we had. We had it previously filmed, and Alex, for some reason, talked off camera?
Because the video was projected off camera, so I was looking over there.
The video was paused.
Yes, but I was still using it as a reference point, okay? God damn it.
Insert clip of you looking up camera.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say maybe just show like a little bit of him just on his phone. And maybe not even show the phone or whatever, but it doesn't matter what he's on. It's fine. But anyway, the idea came from Jack, although we were all basically joking about Amazon.
Well, I think where I wanted to start might work into what you're saying right now. We had been practice filming little bits and pieces of things for about a few months before this.
Yeah.
This was in 2014,
yep.
Right? I believe it was August.
I don't know. The date's marked on the video.
Yeah, let me check. But we'd been practice filming things, and we had written a short film earlier. The year prior.
Well, not the year prior. It was the same year, but it was the end. We did this at the end of our sophomore year of college.
Well, we wrote the feature film at the end of our sophomore year around March.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And we had intended to film that feature film from start to finish, and so we bought the camera, which was a camcorder, which we shot the first few episodes of this channel's videos on.
Yeah.
And
turns out it's not so easy to make a movie right off the bat.
It is not. We realized how hard it was and how difficult it was. We didn't have really the actors to do it.
Nope.
And some of the scenes were pretty large, like party scenes and stuff like that. We didn't really have access to locations like frat houses and sorority houses.
No, but like we said on the previous recording, we probably could have made something. At least that part. We probably could have just thrown a party ourselves, or maybe just showed up at a party
honestly,
with cameras.
We had parties happen all the time at our place, so we probably could have
Yeah, maybe that was a little more practical.
But like there was like a lot of action sequences and there's a lot of dialogue sequences. We didn't even have a microphone, so like the audio turned out pretty poorly on the sketches that we put together, and it just sort of fell apart. So we decided to do something shorter. Right? Do you remember that second thing that we decided to do?
It was supposed to be a horror short.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a horror short, and that fell apart too because we couldn't figure out how to get multiple people on camera because it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
And that was we were shooting that over the summer of 2014.
Yep.
And really couldn't pull anything off that was like solid. We weren't using any lights. We weren't lighting anything. We didn't light anything on this channel for a while.
We didn't have a story.
We were just basic ideas that we thought could be scary to play around with. Which was like turning the light, like the lights would turn off and like things would happen.
That was really it. Camera tricks.
Yeah, camera tricks, like learning how to like whip pan so like it looked like two people were in the room at the same time, and we only had like a what was that, Scorpion type thing? It was a handheld like steady cam thing, but it really didn't do anything.
Yeah, that was all we had. The camcorder, that Scorpion thing that you could attach it to, that only helped a little bit. Did we have a tripod?
No, not yet.
I think that's literally all we had.
Yeah, we just had the camcorder and the Scorpion thing and maybe like a tiny mic on top. But probably not, actually.
I don't even... Maybe.
No, you're right. No, because the first stuff that we shot...
Wait, didn't... I actually think we did have a tiny mic that we would attach to the top handle of the Scorpion.
That wasn't until you got the DSLR, I believe. Because the DSLR came with the...
Didn't that break, though?
No. That was the one before that, which we did have, and then I accidentally broke it. Well, I didn't accidentally. I purposely broke it. But it broke.
Okay.
Because it wasn't very good, and I got angry with it, and I destroyed it. So I think after trying that and failing again, and then Jack like fully coming on board to help with stories.
Jack started getting more involved.
We were able to... We together decided that we would each come up with an idea, and we would film that person's idea. So Jack...
I don't remember this, but okay.
I do, because it was like a point of like contention to me inside my head. I probably didn't say this out loud. I think it was just an idea that I had, and because I had it, I just thought that you guys all would just assume.
I just thought we were riffing on ideas, and then like we just kind of ran with it when they came.
That's not what my memory tells me, but
we didn't just riff and come up with ideas then run with them.
We were riffing, but I think like the original focus that I remember saying this out loud. I don't know if it happened or not, but I said we should do an idea that each person comes up with, and we would film that person's thing, and whoever's idea that was would be the star, right? Which is how we got Jack doing Amazon Instant, being leading that. Then for the second one, the egg, you led that because that was your idea.
I don't even remember that being my idea, honestly.
It was definitely your idea.
Okay.
We'll see in the credits of the next one.
Okay, we'll see.
But so Jack came up with this idea, and in the credits we say written by Jack, but it wasn't written because we didn't come up with the script.
I don't even remember the credits, dude. And we just watched it. I think we skipped past them though.
We just skipped past the credits because we wanted to watch the stuff afterwards. But no, so I think most of what we did on the channel was highly improvised.
Yes.
And especially this first one, we were just coming up with just shots to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was it. And a very, very basic concept. If I remember correctly, this wasn't supposed to really be a video. It was supposed to be kind of like just us messing around with the camera.
Yeah.
And then, it came from joking around about like Amazon's increasingly quick and fast delivery speeds on stuff.
They didn't have Amazon Prime yet, and if they did, it wasn't in reference to...
I think they did have Amazon Prime. That was just the name of the membership thing.
Oh. Well, Amazon Instant was the name of their video service at that time.
Yeah, at the time, that's what the video streaming thing was.
Yeah.
That was Amazon Instant, which we totally forgot about.
Yes.
But yeah, no, like now everything's just Amazon Prime. But the whole thing was that they just were getting a lot faster at delivering their stuff.
Right. And so, and then we also wanted to comment on the idea of like how much people were on their phones, and like in this time, like everybody was talking about like the death of like communication between like face-to-face communication, and how it was like all starting to evolve to online communication. So like
Yeah.
We not so.
I don't remember this as much. But go for it.
It's kind of like Jack wanted to like put that in of like. I mean, I don't think we did a good job of it, but
I mean, he is on his phone for like a good minute and a half before anything happens.
Which is what we would have changed if we filmed this now.
Yeah.
We would have cut that down by like to like 15, 20 seconds maybe instead of a minute. It runs what, a minute and 49 seconds long of just him on his phone.
Yeah.
And we probably would just
think so.
We probably just cut that down to like 30 seconds at the largest.
Yeah. Well,
and then we can see Jack breaking in a couple of takes, which were the I remember editing that, and there was one take where he didn't break, but it wasn't as like dynamic as the one that we used. And so I thought at that point I was like, let's just go more dynamic, because it's really more about getting our idea out, and I don't think I cared about acting as much back then, because I wanted to act, but I didn't want to be an actor. I was still really focused on writing.
Yeah.
Which we didn't write these things. We just sort of like came up with story beats and ideas, and then just improvised our way through them. And we shot so much footage, because we didn't even know what angles we needed to film things.
Nope.
We just shot a bunch of like angles, a bunch of coverage of everything, just to see what we had. And then I went back and I edited on iMovie, like just figuring out how to put these things together, and then I would show it to you and Jack, and then you guys would give me notes on it. And we turned this around in like a couple of days, and we just put it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. I don't remember how long it took to put out, but yeah. I didn't expect it to come out, though. I thought it was just going to be like us messing around with the camera and then maybe making something out of it. But yeah, I was like, oh, wow, okay, we put it out.
Yeah, I think my goal is always to put it on YouTube, just to do it. Especially in the early videos where I was like, we had a cohesive like thing, so let's just put it out.
Yeah. And
then like from the beginning, I was like, it doesn't matter what like how it is, it's just put it out to get started, and then we can like learn from it and build from it. And I always thought it'd be cool to have like a progression of work, you know.
Well, I think that is like something that you can pretty much see in the videos as they progress.
Yeah. What are any thoughts on it? Do you still enjoy watching Amazon Instant?
For nostalgia purposes, if anything, but it's not like, I don't know. It's a good time capsule because it was the first thing we did.
It's not good. It's not. The like lighting's bad.
Could have been better.
The audio's bad. The quality of the film of like just holding the camera is bad. The shots are bad.
Well, that part isn't so bad.
It's bad.
It's not that bad.
It's bad.
No. The cameraman did a good job.
Alex was the cameraman. That's why he's arguing with me. Except for the shots where we were on top of Jack. That was me. I was standing on the bed.
I remember.
Shooting down at Jack.
I was the guy who got rid of the phone.
Yeah. So I was shooting down on Jack, and then you reached in and grabbed the phone and pulled it away.
When it was,
yeah. And it's not that I dislike the video. I actually I love watching Amazon Instant because it's our start. It's where we started learning how to become filmmakers, and like it's bad for reasons because we hadn't done anything before. You know, we had never put together a full story before, and so like I think it's great because of where we were as filmmakers. I mean, we're not gonna, if we were to remake it, I think it would be done with better camera angles. We'd use an actual microphone now. We'd mic up the actors. We'd frame things. We'd light things.
There might be more of a point or more of a cohesive idea to
it. There'd probably be more of a point and story.
Or less, acknowledge that it doesn't have a whole lot of a point and just make it super short.
Super short, yeah, probably, yeah. So this was, I think the entire video is like 2.5 minutes, maybe 3, and then we have like 3 minutes of like bloopers at the end of that and make it like a 6.5 minute video. So we probably cut this down to like 1 minute and 30 seconds in total if we're just gonna keep the same idea.
I'd cut it down to like 40 seconds.
40 seconds?
Yeah.
Well, you like more concise things. I like breathing room.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. The whole idea is basically, okay, yeah, maybe it would be a little longer. I'm just saying, the whole idea of losing your stuff instantly.
Well, yeah.
That was the other part of it, losing your stuff instantly and not knowing where it went.
The phenomenon of like freaking out about your phone not being there.
But I thought it could be anything, like keys, wallets.
Sure. But the main thing at the time was phones, because phones were.
Yeah, well, that's probably the
iPhones
most common thing.
Coming out pretty big. Although we used my iPod for this one.
Yeah, but who can tell?
You can tell this in the corner. It says iPod.
Oh, that's right. Well, they get the idea.
What else? Anything else? Let's see. We shot this on like a $250 camcorder that was like 720p at the time. Something like 1080.
I don't remember. Do you still have that?
Yeah, it's somewhere. I think it's at my parents' place.
Okay.
I should crack that out and shoot some stuff.
You don't have to. I was just curious.
But like I think the main point and the reason like people like watch the channel, they say, oh, you should take down some of these videos.
Oh, they have? I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. More like the professional people that I've talked to.
Yeah.
They want me. They recommend taking it down, but I'm against that because I do like the sort of chronological like journey that we've gone through with.
Yeah, even if nobody else is gonna watch it.
Yeah.
At least it's there for us, I guess.
For us, but then I also like just beginning filmmakers, because like that's what we were at the beginning, and we didn't really have a lot to like go off of a reference for us, or to see other people's bad work, really.
Yeah.
Right. Like we saw a lot of people's good work or mediocre work that was like what best they could do through like with more money than we had and more experience than we had. So like I like thinking like we watched Film Riot. Like Film Riot was a big inspiration that really helped me like figure out like tools and things to get. So like, and their journey is about becoming a filmmaker from the start to the end of their journey. And I was like, well, I want to do that too. But we'll just show you what we can do now, and hopefully by the time 10 years later, we're better. Well, we're 8 years in now.
Yeah, 8 years later now.
I think we are better.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the camera as much anymore.
Yeah.
You can clock that at almost all of our videos, especially like the first like 6 or 7. There's a moment where I'll look into the camera like lens.
Oh, literally looking at the camera.
Literally look into the camera lens as like the actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'll be acting. I'll look in the camera lens, and then continue on. I think you broke my fucking chair, dude, by sitting in it so hard.
I didn't. That's been like that for weeks now, dude. It wasn't me.
All right. Thanks for watching Halfway Famous Productions presents Amazon Instant Podcast, where we watch and review our episode and talk about how bad it was or how good it was or how we would do it differently. Please continue subscribing. Stay subscribed, because we're going to put out more of these. Comment if you hate it, if you kind of enjoyed it, if you kind of liked it, you want to see more, because you're going to see more. We're going to keep making these, regardless if you want to watch them or not. I mean, if you don't watch them, we'll know you don't want to watch them. But we're going to keep making them, because I find it fun.
Okay.
And I think you'll find it fun. And if you don't find it fun, then you'll find it fun later on.